guys have talked up Darren Waller a lot in the offseason and kind of given him this big role. You never know kind of how a guy responds to that. From what we've seen, at least out there in practice, it looks like he's responding pretty well. We see him making plays all the time. What do you see out of a guy that's kind of been given an opportunity and seems to be taking advantage of it, at least so far?
Well, we said, I think last time we talked, that since he's been here, he's been one of our most impressive players. He played a key role last year when he got here, and got some big shoes to fill. I know he respects that, but he's versatile, he's smart, he's fast, he wants to do good, he's a great kid, and I'm impressed with Foster Moreau, our rookie tight end as well. So we think the tight ends are a big part of our offense. Hopefully those two guys continue to get better.
Ronnie Hudson graduated from business school last Friday, I believe.
He's graduated from Pass Protection U, run blocking state, and now he's got his master's in business. And that just certifies what kind of guy you're dealing with here. He's a great player on the field. He's one of our captains and true team leaders. He's as tough a guy as we have. I've seen him play with kidney stones and various ailments. And to get a master's degree is a huge accomplishment. And I compliment him till the day's end. He's special. Well, we feel like we've added some receivers, no doubt. But like I said, we lost some good receivers too. We lost Cooper, we lost Jordy Nelson and Seth Roberts. We lost all our receivers. So we got a lot of work to do still to find our identity. What personnel grouping is going to be best for us? Is it 3 receivers? Is it 2 receivers? Is it 1 back or 2 backs or no backs? That's why we practiced a lot of different formations and plays throughout the last few months. And I'm excited about all our personnel groupings, honestly. I've spent a lot of time talking with Richie. You know, this is not a far-fetched comeback that he's trying to make. This is something that he's thought a lot about. He walked away from the game for very good reasons. I'm not going to get into that. But we like where he is, we like what he's done, and we like the potential of what he can be.
The rookie, Jonathan Abram, as he's worked into the first team and just being around him in position meetings and obviously on the practice field, what have you seen from him?
Man, he's a great young guy, man. What I'm really impressed by is just how he's been able to get this defense down. For a young guy to come in and be able to understand all the stuff and rules in this defense, that's pretty impressive. He's been doing a great job. Yeah, for sure. I think it's important. I know what it was like being a rookie. So I try to invite those guys over, have a little fun, barbecue and stuff like that. For me, it's just about, like I said, keep getting better every day. Be a leader by the way I come in every day with my attitude and my work ethic. Something they can see, like, okay, he's working extra hard. He's doing a little extra stuff. So I'm trying to lead by example. I'm looking at just another season I got to prove myself. I think, I don't think any year should be important more than another one. I'm looking at another season I got to prove myself, come in and prove myself and earn a starting job and just get better.
I just feel like at the end of the day, we're all doing a game that we love, which is, ever since we were little kids, we're always being able to compete. And we're going to be competitors at the end of the day. So even when you feel like you have a little nicked up or do this or do that, you just want to be able to continue to be out there with your team, just giving your all. And whether it is an actual injury or you just feel like you're hurt a little, you just want to still be able to go out there and play. And sometimes when it's a real injury, the training staff, they'll stop you. But when you feel like you can go, you're definitely going to try.
Would you have?
John said there's a different vibe this year. What's your sense of it so far this offseason, the moves you guys made, what you've seen so far?
I feel like it's definitely it's way ahead of where it was last year. And from the guys that we had on the team last year that we brought back into the team, it's basically just all vibing off of one another. The additions that we've had, those guys, we have some top-notch players, and they come in and they're taking on the role that's expected of them as well. And it's all gelling very well. Definitely, I think Garion's he's gonna have an amazing season. That's simply off the field. We're actually staying together right now. So we've got a lot closer off the field as far as everything goes. But he's a guy that's no matter what you expect out of him, he's going to continue to set the bar high and compete for himself. I feel like the vibe in our room right now is just it's amazing. from the guys that we added on the outside, guys like Nevin and Curtis Riley coming from other teams where they weren't necessarily the top-notch tier guys, but they come in with a certain work habit, and they're showing it on and off the field. We have LJ who's come into the room. He's played in top-notch football. I mean, he just played in February, so for him to turn back around and come right into OTAs working the way that he does, and us adding the young guys, it's kind of like a good culture that's really going around with similar like guys.
At the end of last season, did you have any idea that you'd be in the position right now where they would be looking to you as the #1 tight end?
I didn't think of it like that. I just tried to prepare myself to come back and just contribute again. I didn't really look as far as like how big my role would be, but that if my work was there and I was, staying clean and being consistent with what I was doing, that my role would increase at some point. I definitely want to be a complete player. I don't want to be a one-trick pony out there. I want to do anything that the offense asks of me and not just try out there and be like, oh, they're passing it every time. I want to I take that pretty importantly. Frank's done a great job with helping me with blocking and hat placement, how I'm working my feet, things to look for, tips that get me off the ball faster and help me realize what my job is. So I definitely take the whole craft of playing tight end pretty seriously.